Success is one of the most debated and deeply analyzed concepts in human history. For centuries, individuals and societies alike have sought to define what it truly means to be successful. Traditionally, success has been closely associated with financial prosperity, career accomplishments, and public recognition. People often look up to those who have amassed great wealth or achieved widespread fame, believing that these external markers signify the pinnacle of human achievement. Society reinforces this perception by celebrating billionaires, celebrities, and influential figures as models of success. The media constantly highlights the luxurious lifestyles of the rich and famous, portraying them as aspirational figures who have made it in life. As a result, many individuals grow up believing that their ultimate goal should be to acquire wealth, build a prestigious career, or gain social status. This mindset can lead to the assumption that a life without these elements is somehow incomplete or lacking in achievement. However, is financial prosperity and public admiration truly the only or even the most accurate measure of success? Can a person who lives a simple, content life, surrounded by love and personal fulfillment, be considered just as successful as a billionaire? What about those who dedicate their lives to meaningful pursuits, such as helping others, creating art, or pursuing knowledge, even if they never achieve widespread recognition? Perhaps success is a far more personal and multidimensional concept than society often portrays. It may not always be about external validation, but rather about inner fulfillment, happiness, and the ability to live authentically according to one's values. True success could lie in the ability to pursue one's passions, maintain meaningful relationships, contribute positively to the lives of others, and find inner peace. As we explore the idea of success, it is essential to question whether society's conventional definition is truly aligned with what brings genuine happiness and fulfillment. By expanding our perspective, we may discover that success is not a one-size-fits-all concept, but rather a deeply personal journey that varies for each individual. 1. The traditional view of success. From a young age, we are conditioned to believe that success is defined by financial security, the accumulation of material wealth, and the admiration of others. Society teaches us that a life of luxury, prestige, and public recognition is the ultimate goal, and we grow up measuring our progress against these external markers. We are constantly exposed to stories of billionaires, celebrities, and influential leaders who are held up as role models, individuals who have seemingly made it by acquiring immense wealth, achieving fame, or holding positions of power. Their lifestyles, filled with expensive cars, lavish mansions, and designer clothing, are portrayed as the epitome of a life well lived. Movies, social media, and mainstream culture continuously reinforce this narrative. Success stories frequently highlight individuals who have risen from adversity to achieve financial prosperity, entrepreneurs who built multi-million-dollar businesses from scratch, struggling artists who became international icons, or athletes who defied the odds to become champions. These stories captivate us because they are dramatic, inspirational, and measurable. They provide a clear before and after transformation that is easy to recognize and celebrate. While these achievements are undeniably impressive and deserve recognition, they represent only one narrow definition of success, one that is external, quantifiable, and visible to the world. But does this mean that those who have not achieved fame or fortune have failed in life? Absolutely not. True success is a deeply personal concept, and it cannot be confined to material wealth or public recognition alone. There are countless individuals who may never become famous or amass great fortunes, yet they live deeply fulfilling lives. A teacher who dedicates their life to shaping young minds, a parent who raises kind and responsible children. An artist who creates for the love of their craft, rather than for commercial gain. These people may not be in the public eye, but their contributions and personal fulfillment are just as valuable. Moreover, defining success solely in terms of money and recognition can be limiting and even damaging. It creates unrealistic expectations, leading many to feel dissatisfied with their lives simply because they haven't reached society's definition of success. It can also result in a never-ending pursuit of more money, more prestige, more admiration, without ever feeling truly content. Perhaps a more meaningful way to define success is to look inward rather than outward. Instead of measuring life by bank balances or the number of social media followers, we can ask ourselves, am I happy? Am I growing as a person? Am I making a positive impact on the people around me? Success, at its core, may not be about how much wealth we accumulate or how many people recognize our name. It could be about finding purpose, living authentically, and experiencing joy in the everyday moments of life. It is about waking up each morning with a sense of fulfillment, knowing that we are pursuing what truly matters to us, whether that means building meaningful relationships, making a difference in the world, or simply living in alignment with our values. Ultimately, success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is unique to each person, shaped by individual dreams, values, and aspirations. By redefining success in a way that prioritizes fulfillment over external validation, we open the door to a more meaningful, content, and enriched life. 2. The reality of wealth and fame. While money and fame can certainly open doors to unique opportunities, they do not necessarily guarantee happiness, fulfillment, or inner peace. In fact, history has shown us time and time again that even those who appear to have everything, wealth, recognition, and influence, can still experience deep emotional struggles. The pursuit of financial success and public admiration may bring temporary satisfaction, but they are not always enough to provide a true sense of meaning or long-term well-being. Consider the number of celebrities, athletes, and business tycoons who have reached the pinnacle of their industries, yet behind closed doors, they struggle with loneliness, anxiety, and a lack of purpose. Their achievements may be admired by millions, but personal fulfillment often remains elusive. Many have openly shared translate into internal peace. A heartbreaking example is Robin Williams, one of the most beloved and talented actors of all time. He brought joy to millions through his humor, wit, and incredible performances, yet behind the laughter, he faced profound personal struggles. Despite his fame, fortune, and widespread admiration, he ultimately lost his battle with depression, serving as a tragic reminder that external success does not always equate to inner happiness. Similarly, numerous musicians, actors, and social media influencers have spoken candidly about the darker side of fame, how it can feel isolating, overwhelming, and even destructive. Many who achieve global recognition find themselves constantly scrutinized, pressured to maintain a public image, and struggling to form genuine connections, leading to a deep sense of emptiness. On the other hand, there are countless individuals who may never be in the spotlight or accumulate vast wealth, yet they live incredibly meaningful and fulfilling lives. Their success is not measured in money or popularity, but rather in the impact they make on the world around them, the joy they find in their daily experiences, and the sense of purpose they cultivate. Take, for example, a dedicated teacher who spends decades shaping young minds, instilling confidence, knowledge, and a love for learning in their students. Though their salary may never reach millions, and they may never receive widespread public recognition, their influence can last for generations, creating ripples of change that extend far beyond what is immediately visible. Similarly, consider a scientist working tirelessly in a lab, making discoveries that contribute to medical advancements, environmental protection, or technological innovation, yet their name may never appear in headlines. Their work changes lives, even if they remain unknown to the masses. Or think about a devoted parent who sacrifices personal ambitions to raise children with love, wisdom, and compassion. Their success is not marked by financial gain, but by the character and values they instill in their children, shaping them into kind and responsible individuals who will go on to positively influence the world. These examples illustrate that success does not have to be loud, flashy, or widely recognized. It can be quiet, deeply personal, and rooted in things that are far more valuable than money or fame. Love, purpose, fulfillment, and contribution to others. True success is about living a life that aligns with one's values, pursuing what genuinely matters, and finding joy in the simple yet profound aspects of existence. It is about making a difference, whether on a grand scale or in small, everyday ways. It is about experiencing deep contentment, regardless of how much money is in the bank or how many people know your name. In a world that constantly pushes the idea that success is tied to wealth and public recognition, it is important to step back and redefine what it means on a personal level. At the end of the day, the most successful people may not be those with the most followers or the highest net worth, but those who have lived authentically, loved deeply, and left a positive impact, no matter how big or small. 3. True success lies in fulfillment. If money and fame do not automatically lead to happiness, what does? The answer lies: true success is not merely defined by external achievements, wealth, or social status. It is rooted in fulfillment, a deep sense of meaning, purpose, and inner peace. A genuinely successful life is one where an individual feels content, aligned with their values, and satisfied with the impact they create on the world around them. It is not about how much money is in a bank account or how many people recognize your name, but rather about how you feel when you wake up each morning and reflect on your life. Some of the happiest people in the world are neither the richest nor the most well-known. Despite what society often promotes, happiness and fulfillment are not necessarily linked to fame, luxury, or professional titles. In fact, research suggests that the key to long-term well-being lies elsewhere. Numerous psychological studies have shown that happiness is most strongly associated with factors such as deep personal relationships, a sense of belonging to a community, and engaging in work or activities that feel meaningful. These elements provide people with emotional support, a sense of purpose, and a reason to look forward to each day. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting this idea comes from the Harvard study of adult development, one of the longest-running studies on human happiness. Spanning over 8 decades, this research has followed multiple generations to uncover what truly makes people happy and fulfilled. The results are striking time and time again. The study has found that the greatest predictor of long-term happiness and well-being is not wealth, social status, or career achievements. Instead, it is the presence of deep, fulfilling relationships. Whether it's a strong marriage, close friendships, or a supportive community, the people in our lives play a far more significant role in our happiness than material success ever could. This challenges the conventional narrative that equates financial prosperity with personal fulfillment. While money can provide comfort, security, and opportunities, it does not necessarily bring true joy. Many wealthy individuals have openly shared their struggles with isolation, anxiety, and a lack of purpose. Some of the most financially successful people in the world have confessed to feeling empty, despite having everything they once thought they wanted. Celebrities and business moguls, despite their outward success, often speak about the immense pressure, loneliness, and personal dissatisfaction that come with their lifestyle. On the other hand, there are countless individuals who live relatively simple lives, earning a modest income, working in ordinary jobs, and remaining out of the public eye, yet they experience profound fulfillment. A teacher who finds joy in shaping young minds, a small business owner who takes pride in serving their local community. A caregiver who dedicates their life to helping others, or a parent who cherishes every moment spent with their children. These individuals may never make headlines or accumulate vast fortunes, but their lives are rich in ways that truly matter. Imagine someone who wakes up every day excited about their work, knowing they are making a difference, even in small ways. Imagine a person who prioritizes their relationships, spending quality time with loved ones, sharing laughter, and building strong emotional connections. Imagine an individual who finds peace in their daily routine, appreciates the beauty of the present moment, and contributes to the well-being of their community. According to the Harvard study and countless other psychological insights, this person is likely to be far more successful in terms of personal fulfillment than a billionaire who feels disconnected and unfulfilled despite their financial achievements. This shift in perspective invites us to redefine success in a way that prioritizes internal well-being over external validation. Instead of chasing wealth for the sake of status, we can focus on cultivating relationships that bring us joy. Instead of striving for recognition, we can dedicate ourselves to work that feels meaningful. Instead of measuring success by the size of a paycheck, we can assess it by how much peace, love, and purpose we feel in our daily lives. Ultimately, success is not about how much we acquire, but how deeply we experience life. It is about finding balance, pursuing what truly fulfills us, and cherishing the connections that make life worth living. When we shift our focus from material gain to personal well-being, we open the door to a life that is not only successful, but also deeply enriching and profoundly joyful. 4. Success without money or fame. There are countless examples of individuals who live meaningful, successful lives without seeking wealth or public recognition. Mother Teresa dedicated her life to helping the poor and sick. Though she gained recognition later in life, her success came from her unwavering commitment to serving others, not from financial wealth. Teachers, doctors, social workers, and activists worldwide create positive change every day without seeking fame or fortune. Their success is measured by the lives they touch, not by external rewards. These examples prove that success is not limited to material wealth or popularity. It is about living a life that aligns with your values and makes a difference in the world. 5. Redefining success, an internal perspective. Instead of letting society dictate what success looks like, each person should define it based on their own aspirations, values, and sense of fulfillment. Here are some alternative ways to measure success. Personal growth. Are you constantly improving, learning, and evolving as a person? Success is not about reaching a fixed destination, but about continuous growth and self-discovery. Meaningful relationships: do you have strong, supportive relationships with family, friends, and loved ones? Success can be measured by the quality of the connections we build. Contribution to others. Are you making a positive impact on others, whether through kindness, service, or innovation? Success can be about how much we give rather than how much we take. Passion and joy. Do you wake up excited about what you do? Success is found in the joy and passion we bring to our work and daily life. Inner peace and contentment. Are you at peace with who you are and where you are in life? True success is not about external validation, but about feeling at ease with oneself. Six, the balance between money, fame, and happiness. This does not mean that money and recognition are inherently bad. Financial stability can provide security and opportunities, while recognition can amplify one's ability to create positive change. However, the key is balance, pursuing money and fame for the right reasons, rather than as an end goal. Instead of chasing wealth for the sake of having more, it is more meaningful to view money as a tool to create freedom, help others, and experience life fully. Instead of seeking fame for validation, it is more powerful to use influence to inspire and uplift others. When money and recognition become byproducts of meaningful work rather than the primary goal, they lose their power to define success. Conclusion. What does success mean to you? Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. While society often equates it with financial prosperity and public recognition, true success is deeply personal. It is about fulfillment, growth, relationships, and the impact we leave on the world. Rather than measuring success by external factors, we should ask ourselves, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I growing and learning? Am I making a difference in the lives of others? Am I truly happy with the life I am living? If the answer to these questions is yes, then you are already successful, whether or not the world recognizes it. So, what does success mean to you?
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.